right here, when I was looking over the stocks, I just finished my Tesla video right here. It's one of the worst analysis I've ever done, but because Tesla is not much going on right now from my point of view. But yeah, Boeing was was another interesting one I was looking at right here, and I just want to talk to you guys about it. Uh, you guys might see what this little red thing right here and probably think that's a resistance, but no, it's actually so it's actually what is it, supply zone that I found. And so it's not really how, in technical analysis, supply and demand is not really like, it's not that similar to towards macroeconomics and economics, whatever you guys are learning right now in high school. Because in technical analysis, it just basically means when the price reaches around this area, right, which is the supply area, more people are gonna sell right here. Naturally, people are gonna sell more, and so that basically creates more supply, right? More shares, more money, more liquidity for the stock. And so it just basically means area where people sell down a lot. And we can try to find actually a shorting position here for the next 2-3 weeks, because this is very interesting. On the weekly time frame right here, it just made a dip and now it's surging up in a bullish direction, and it's gonna meet my supply zone right here. It just broke past two of the MAs, MA50 and MA20. And so it's currently above all of its pivot points in weekly, but let's try to see what it looks like in monthly. Yeah, it's above, definitely above all the monthly pivot points, so we're good. Still below the MA 100, but we don't really have to worry about that. Um, but yeah, this is definitely the effect. All right, just imagine all these candles were in here, right? All these candles, when we're at the when we're at the bottom, right, is definitely deviating from the MA 100. So now it's definitely, common. It's definitely noticeable, definitely understandable how it's surging back around the area where the MA 100 is surging. So that's totally natural. But we can also see that, there's definitely strong volume hitting up here. And so if you guys recognize any weaker volume as it approaches the supply zone, guys definitely have to watch out, maybe plan out a short position from what I think. Because when we look at day, right, it's still above all the MAs and the pivot points, but excuse me. But if you guys actually see, there's actually more indecision in the candles itself as it approaches near the price level of the supply zone that I created. And so I just wanted to address that because that's very interesting, since we can also see the MACD, it's definitely fading here, the bars here, and the RSI is weakening. It's also not overextended, but it's definitely high. But right here, what I wanted to say is that right here actually, it just created a high right here, and it rejected around this area right here from the 182 to like $179.85 mark. So it's definitely creating a little barrier here where the buyers are selling a bit more than the buyers are selling a bit more than the sellers are buying. So we can definitely see indecision. Maybe the price is gonna find itself around this little area right here. But that's good for anyone who's looking for shorts, because that means that the market's in more of a indecisive range, and the buyers and sellers, they're not actually like deciding on whether it's a clear trend up for, let's say the scenario where it's actually making a bullish direction right here. But as it slows down right here, what we're looking for is a strong impulsive reaction downwards, right, for anyone shorting. And that's what I'm thinking. As it approaches this range right here, if it weakens with one, lower volume, two, it's the candles are definitely moving faster. Three, the what is it? There's more pin bars. There's more rejection despite it going up. And four, we're looking for a strong reaction downwards, like here, right here. In these little previous ones, we see rejection, and then complete selling, there's a plummet in the amount of people who sell. And so that's what we're trying to find here, a similar reaction. We might not get the same impulsive reaction, but this is the third time it's going to meet this little price range right here. So the more it weakens and the less volume you guys see, marks a better entry for if you're going to short. So let's say it meets this range right here. Somehow it meets this range in the next 2 weeks of rejection and whatnot. And then you guys see a big bearish candle going downwards with high volume compared to the rest of the days. It might be a good time to look for shorting positions if you can. But just to make sure, you guys should probably enter this on around the 4 hour to 2 hour time frame, as you guys would get a more clearer area of entry and more more profits. As looking out on day, it's gonna move slower, and you guys might miss an exit point or entry point that might defeat you over. And you also see this is we're on 4 hour, by the way. As this is moving up, right, we also see divergences right here. How the RSI is making higher lows, I mean lower highs, despite the price going up. So that's definitely a divergence, weakening right there. And I just want to see it touch this right here, this little red zone, the supply zone, and then people start selling hard. That would mark my entry for a little short position there. Might hold it for maybe not 8 hours, like maybe a day, if I'm gonna plan it on 4 hour or 2 hour. But yeah, I might look at maybe the lower time frames, but I was looking at the longer time frames just to set out overall trend and direction of the market. But you guys are planning to enter Boeing. I'm probably gonna enter around 2 or 4 hours. So yeah, stay tuned on Boeing, right? Peace.